trying to get the camera. They drowned the camera this morning. I'm trying to get it swapped out with one that works. Well, I guess that's gonna have to wait because it's not working. All right. This is full of chicken. Did you eat his? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the answers for why he's so much smaller. We figured it out. It's not good. So I will tell you kind of where we are now and what the plan is. So he has a peritoneal pericardial diaphragmatic hernia, PPDH. Basically, there's a hole in his diaphragm that is letting his intestines and his stomach enter his chest cavity, and that is why he has labored breathing sometimes, and it's also why he's so small, because when he eats a lot of food, he can't breathe, so he doesn't eat as much. because everything's out of place in there. So you can, I posted the x-rays on tiny tapeworms if anyone's interested. So there is surgery that can be done to attempt to repair it, but he needs to be older and stronger in order to survive the surgery. And the surgery itself is quite risky. But if he did survive long enough to get the surgery, and if he did survive the surgery, then the prognosis is pretty good. Unfortunately, his lung capacity is very small, and he's been making pretty small weight gains the last couple of days. So we need to get him big enough for surgery. And in the meantime, make sure that he's not suffering, right? Because if he's struggling to breathe, 24 hours a day, that's no way to live. And the only way to correct it is with surgery, so, which we can't do right now. So the plan is I'm going to try to keep him propped up like this as much as possible, because maybe gravity will help keep things like his intestines and his stomach down where it needs to be, help fluids push everything down so that his lungs have more space. I'm going to try doing more frequent, smaller meals for him, and just monitor very closely to make sure that he's not suffering. So basically, Dr. F is consulting with some experts. They're going to try to figure out, if there's anything else we can do. If anyone, it's again, like all of our stuff, it's a very rare condition for a kitten, and so there's not a lot of information about it, but especially for a young kitten like this. So given that, Dr. Ferguson said without a doubt he's the same litter as these guys. It's just he hasn't been getting the nutrition that he's needed, and so that's why developmentally he's behind. So that's the not so great update. So it is a miracle that he is still alive. That is for sure, because it's quite severe. If anyone is familiar with reading x-rays, you'll see that there's very little lung capacity when his intestines are full. So yeah, so not what we were hoping for. and I have to keep his quality of life and happiness. That is the most important factor. And so if there comes a time when he is struggling to breathe and it can't be fixed, then I will have I won't be able I can't leave him suffering. So right now he's okay, and he's sleeping comfortably. He's able to sleep comfortably, which is one of the markers. If he is unable to sleep comfortably, then that will mean it's time. If he's gasping for air and I can't get him fixed, then that will be a sign that it's time. So there's a fine line between doing everything possible and prolonging suffering. So I will make that decision very very thoughtfully and in consultation with Dr. F as well. So not the best news, that's for sure. But he is warm and happy, and the fleas are not biting him anymore. And he did gain a little bit of weight overnight. So as long as he continues to be comfortable, then I will keep doing everything possible to get him big enough for surgery potentially, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, so that's the news. So this little basket is to help him sleep in a position that takes pressure off his lungs. I can tell he's breathing more comfortably now. And he did have a big meal this morning, so that probably doesn't help. So it will definitely take a miracle if he's going to survive. So we need to hope for the best and be prepared for the worst. I know we've been in this position before, but this is quite grave of a scenario. So there are a number of things that can go wrong. We don't know enough about which organs are involved. We don't know what the heart looks like. We don't know if his lungs are underdeveloped. So there are, even if the surgery goes, even if he survives until surgery and then he survives the surgery, they could get in there and discover that his lungs are not developed sufficiently, or his heart is enlarged. There's no guarantee with any of it. So we will just try to get as much information as we can and make the best decisions we can and keep his quality of life and comfort as priority one. So I'm going to send Dr. F a video of him now because he was, the x-rays, you know, they have to hold him in different positions. Some of his intestines moved up, so I think he's definitely better now. They put him on oxygen for a little bit. So I need to keep his stress level down in addition to keeping him alive. Focus. Just center that so that she can see the change in his breathing. Yeah, so the surgery is complicated because so if you go to Tiny Tapeworms on Facebook and you see the x-rays, let's see if I can. Do you remember the other day how I was feeling underneath his belly and thought that there might be a hernia there, but it was weird because it was going in and out? This is what I was feeling his intestines. So if you look at the right lateral abdominal x-ray, you'll see his ribs, and you'll see like a white circle inside. That's his intestines. And so his lungs are kind of the dark area to the front of that. And they should be filling that whole cavity. The gap where his knees would be that's a normal kitten thing. Because I saw a few comments about that being unusual. That is actually a normal kitten thing. Those will close up in time. So typically when we get hernias, like when Cisco's kittens had hernias, it's in their abdominal wall. So stuff is, and like Sky had a hernia, it's in her abdominal wall. So intestine or whatever pushes through the little hole, but it's not as big of a deal because it's not it's not consuming space needed for other organs. It's not displacing anything. Um, are you sleep nursing, Amelia? She's cute. So, yeah. So that's the scoop. Um, we would like him to be, um, at least 8 weeks old and 2.2 pounds for surgery. That's kind of the normal threshold. Um, weight wise, he has a long way to go. He's about 6 weeks old now, so age wise, it's not, we're not too far off, but we need to get his weight up. Size wise, like they have to be able to do an IV catheter, and there's just it's not possible to do that on a kitten this size. Like it's tough to do on a kitten like a normal sized kitten but like Cassidy, when he came in, he was tiny. It's tough to get a vein and to get the catheter in, and when they're so tiny, and he'll need to be big enough for all that, for breathing tube and all of that stuff, and strong enough to heal afterwards. So, I mean, he was mostly dead a few days ago, so we have a little bit of work to do. I think the nursing is good for him. So I asked about oxygen. It has to be monitored carefully, and so it's not something that I should be doing here without any training or knowledge. He's looking much better now than he was. So I feel slightly better now. I'm just pondering. I think I might oh, did you just bonk your head? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Come on, hang out with us. You're stuck in a little crack. And you're so cute. Graham has had like 2 hours of milk bar. I had to be creative about how to keep him comfortable and propped up. But this works perfectly. Someone sent this adorable bunny basket. It's the perfect size for him. And he's breathing much easier. Definitely sleeping comfortably, so that's good. I need to keep him hydrated too, and it's been really hard to give him fluids because he has no extra skin, and he hates it. So all right. I do have a backup basket. Not to worry, there are 2 of them. Steamy bathroom would not help. The problem is lung capacity. His lungs are being squished. So I'm going to heat up some formula for him. And try to give him a little bit. Since it's been a couple hours since he ate his giant meal and his stomach was fairly empty in the x-ray. in here. I see you, little scamps. Ooh, that's hot. You're very scampy. Did your scampy brothers wake you up? Did they wake you up? That's good, because I was going to wake you up anyway. Because I have a little snack for you. I'm just heating it up a tiny bit. A tiny bit more. No, this is not for Amelia's. No. You're hissing at me. Okay. I'm just going to try to syringe him some formula. Oh, he likes it. Whoops. Okay. It would be easier if you would take this from a bottle. Maybe today you will take a bottle. Would you? Let's go. I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna go get a bottle and see, just in case. That would be much easier and safer. That was tasty, wasn't it? So tasty. I've got more coming. I'm just heating it up. Not ready yet. And I wonder, should we make some room? See if you have to pee? See, I don't feel it. I don't feel it now. I don't feel your hernia now. We got it. I think we got it back where it needed to go. Did we get your stuff back where it needed to go? For now, anyway. Now we know not to fling you around. Keep you upright. Oh, there, I feel it a little bit. Not too. It's much better than it was, so. Come on, monkey. Wanna pee? Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you make some room. No, I'm helping you pee. Oh, still going. See, you do have to pee. Don't go leaping out of my hands like you're fine. I'm feeding you upright. And then you can go sit on your own for a little bit. But you're gonna eat in the upright position. And we're gonna see how it goes. It's a little bit cool. Still a bit on the cool side. Well, hi. There's my phone. I'm going to take a video. You're being so cute right now. I'm going to take another video. You falling asleep? Oh, hi. I'm heating up your bottle. You're scampy. Very scampy. Alright, I think that's perfect. Perfect temperature for you. Alright, ready? You're gonna do this like a champ. Let's see where we are. We're at about 9. Ready? It's pretty tasty. There you go. Oops. You're so stubborn. There, see? Me too, though. I'm stubborn, too. There you go. Sounds like a boy. You know how to do it. Give me a good latch. You like it. It's tasty. Give me a good latch on there. He's not sucking, but some of it is dripping in. He's purring down there. Why are you attacking me? That was a very small amount. He's so stubborn. He's biting it. Oh, he bit Sarah when they were trying to do an x-ray. He's very willful. This is an interesting technique.
How about some more? You're really just holding on to it. You're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anybody. You know how to do this. You know how to nurse. Should we try the other? Should we try the other one? Let's try the other one. Oops. Okay, ready? This one's going to come out a bit faster. So be ready for it. Don't put your head up. Okay. We almost got 1 mil into him. You are full of scampy goodness. Alright, that's a good 1 mil. I think that's enough for now. Where are you going? Are you sleepy? If you're sleepy, you need to go back in the bunny basket. Back in the bunny with your arms up. There. Alright, I'm going to take him with me for a bit. Are you eating the Kleenex? That is silly. Oh my gosh. These kittens will keep you entertained. I'm going to put Wilby over there with Graham. Wilby likes milk. I will check in a bit. Thanks for all the support. These are some extremely scampy kittens. Extremely scampy. Okay. I'm gonna go mix up some more formula.